Hello, my name is Nicole, and thank you so much for taking the time out to listen. Today, I titled this message, When Life Throws an Unexpected Turn. When life throws an unexpected turn. Life. Your life, someone else's life, but whatever that unexpected turn is, it affects you in some kind of way. Whether it was the unexpected pregnancy way back when, and now the children are older and you just can't take much more. Whether life threw an unexpected turn when you were driving, minding your own business, and suddenly, bam, an accident of some sort. When life takes on an unexpected turn and you meet the wrong person at the wrong time. And the next thing you know, there's nothing more than wrong after wrong coming about. The job that you thought was going to be a good job, and it turns out that it's nothing more than a problem. Yes, when life throws you that unexpected turn, that curveball, that unfortunate situation, that surprise, that accident. You know, we call a lot of things all sorts of things to describe what we're going through, but it is a negative experience. We've got some people who will get on the internet and put Facebook posts and all sorts of positive things to cover up the fact that they're really unhappy. There is that unexpected turn that is taking place, and I know that people are going to respond in such a way that might be very critical of me. So let me phrase this, write this, post this in a way that people won't really know what the struggle is. I hate to say it, but that's why some people end up committing suicide, because they don't have the supportive network around them that can talk them out of what they are considering on doing to themselves, because it was just too many unexpected turns. It was just too much dramas and traumas, and I just can't take it much longer. What if the Facebook post ended up being not about all of what's right and wonderful? But what if the Facebook post ended up being all of what is wrong and how I need you all to pray like never before? Ooh, Jesus, somebody, I'm telling their truth. What if the Twitters that some folks, or tweets, I should say, that some folks put on Twitter, what if they just simply told the truth 100% all the way? Not just a little blurb here and there, and then they sugarcoat or hide how they truly feel about something. Or let me take this back. Let me redact that statement. Let me clarify what I meant and all that. What if? There will be some people getting the help that they needed. There will be some people that would get the support that they needed. There will be some people who might even get the money that they need if they were just true, honest, open. Stop sugarcoating. Stop coming up with some flowery statement, something pretty, something nice, something that sounds philosophical, something that sounds very eloquent. And how about somebody simply hurting? I thought about this when I noticed in the media a young woman was talking about her struggle with motherhood. And that place that she was writing from is a place that I knew all too well. Because when I wrote When Mothers Cry, forget the Facebook, the Instagram, and Snapchat, and whatever else, because 2 out of 3 of those didn't even exist back then. When I wrote When Mothers Cry, that was my post. That was my post that said, hey, there were times that I needed help like never before. There were times where I wanted very much for somebody to say that I'm here for you. Let me take the kids for a while I go out. You see. or while, you can go out, the person offering their support. There were times where I wanted somebody to say, you're a good mom. You're a good mom. Here's some advice. Here's some tips, some tricks, but you're a good mom, you see. And there are women who, they want to hear something positive, but they got partners and relatives and others who all they know is the negative. So you cannot heal and you can't be the best mom possible when you got a bunch of negative people around you and you're sitting up there believing and harping on and crying about and fighting with a partner about everything that these people have said. How am I ever going to grow into who I've been called to be if I'm fighting? I'm fighting with everyone around me. Sometimes the fight is internal and it's really not that serious, but life threw me an unexpected turn and it's looking a whole lot worse from my vantage point. But then if I open up a bit and talk to somebody about what troubles me, they could be able to see some things that I didn't see, and therefore I could be able to accept some truths that maybe I've been running away from. And not only that, the person who could see those things, if they're very smart, right, knowledgeable in whatever my issue is, they're going to provide me some tools, some things that's going to get me through what burdens me. We don't have, I hate to say this, we don't have the type of folks that like to spend too much time thinking deeply around us. The average person just doesn't. You're blessed if you do have that group of folks that you can call on, many counselors that you can call on who can advise you, instruct you, bless you. Some of you all, you have experienced so much good from people. But the average person is not getting wisdom and knowledge and love and appreciation and compassion. Instead, they're getting thumbs down, negative comments. They're getting ugly statements, whether to their face or behind their back. People contemplating on hurting them in some kind of way. People assuming the worst because someone told me and then that person who told them. And so you got all of this stuff that's going on, that when you're looking for a solution, there is no solution for the unexpected that took place because I got all this in front of me, you see. And so for some people, you got to clear all of the negativity and the people who cannot give you even 2 cents out the way so that you can get focused once again on where you should be, since life has thrown you this unexpected turn, a turn that you just didn't see coming. Some of you all who drive, you know how it is. You're driving in an area that you've never been in before, and there's a curve up ahead, and you might have been driving a little too fast, and now you've got to ride that brake and hold that wheel. Otherwise, you're going to end up having an inertia curve, if you will, that's going to throw that vehicle right into the wall, right? I'm telling you that some folks, this is why they are destroyed mentally, physically, and spiritually, because they were ill prepared for the unexpected turn. Some people are still grieving over an unexpected turn that took place 3, 5, 9 years back. They are still just shocked, traumatized, having their share of post-traumatic stress syndrome as a result. I just can't believe. I don't even want to think about it. But you see, when one takes the time out to think about some things, I know that going back down memory lane can be a bit troubling, but when you take the time out to think about some things, and then not only think about them, but note the problems as well as the solutions, you will be able to get past at least some of the challenges that life threw at you. You'll be able to reach out and touch someone, so to speak, again, whether it's with words or with kindness or with a simple hug and an I love you. But you can't do it without nourishing your spirit. You can't do it without prayer and fasting and the right counselors. Because here's what happens when you try to do it. Let's just say that, yeah, I want to go out here and just do my own thing. I mean, I know that life threw a whole bunch of curveballs, and so what? Okay. This is where you got that individual who so what's all the way to the club somewhere, dancing, partying, drinking. You got the so what who goes out there and is having sex with this one and that one. You got the so what who goes out there and causes all sorts of problems for people who don't know what's causing the pain. Because I'm not telling anybody. Didn't you just go through something? I'm good. Well, wait a minute. You're not good. You can't keep doing the same thing to solve your issue that you've always done, because now it's a different turn. There's different characters. There's different, events taking place. Let's use an example of a job. Unexpected, right? A person loses their job, terminated. And then what? Of course, you're not going to keep reporting to that same job, even though you're used to it, even though it's comfortable for you. You know that you're terminated, it's over with, and now you've got to take on a new direction, right? Some people that have gone through things like that, they have trouble realizing it, facing it. They're still grieving over what happened way back when, even though they did go ahead and make some changes and walked a different direction and put their resumes out and got a new job, but they're still grieving the old one. Why? Because they didn't properly heal. They're still probably thinking about any number of things. The characters who said what they said and did what they did at the old job, but you're not there any longer. I know, but still, you see. We've got to be able to ride the waves, if you will, when trouble comes. And in order to do that, you've got to be the one that says, okay, I need that quiet time away from some people, places, and things. I've got to allow myself to push away those individuals, the systems, the old way of doing things, my old counselors. I've got to just kind of sit back and regroup and refocus, because this is a different turn for me. This is uncomfortable. It's making me feel some kind of way, but I've got to rise above it. And how might I do that? And so whatever that situation is, you break it down piece by piece. You talk with a counselor, somebody who you trust, somebody who can give you a different perspective, somebody who is not a cheerleader, if you will, that believes that everything that you do is okay and all right, even when team me is losing. Come on. You see, I need somebody that's going to tell the truth, because things have taken on a different turn in my life. The woman who unexpectedly did not plan for a baby, it's a different turn. Am I going to grovel this thing? Am I going to be upset? Am I going to be putting Facebook posts and all sorts of things out there to sugarcoat how I really feel? Am I going to have to be an actor or actress in this thing? And I really don't want to be an actor or actress that says that everything's okay and all right when it's really not. And there's something that is a little bit disturbed in my mind since delivering a baby okay, out of a body part that all of us cringe to even think about. But that's a traumatizing event for some women. Very traumatizing. They're never the same. Or how about the men who have seen that sort of thing take place? Some men are never the same. Or how about the person who discovers that somebody very close to them has died? That's an unexpected turn, because, see, I had been planning to call that person. I've been planning to go out. That was somebody who was going to give me some information, some valuable information. I mean, this was somebody who I made time for, and now they're not here. Now what? You see, some people will fill that void up with drugs and alcohol. Others will fill that void up with negative people or people who remind me of the deceased, but they're no good for me. You see, that is a healing that needs to take place. So for some of you all, I know that it can be so disheartening to see that life just took on this crazy turn. You didn't see it coming. People around you didn't see it coming, but it's here. And the question I have for you today is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to stay in a corner somewhere crying your eyes out each and every day? Are you going to be that one that's cursing everyone out who comes in your presence? Are you going to be that one that's shooting up something, snorting up something, drinking down something? Or are you going to be the one that God calls you to be, who stands on your own 2 feet and says that if God be for me, who can be against me? Greater is he that is in me than he who is in the world. Lord Jesus, all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. And if you are that one that has yet to have that personal relationship with the one true God, then I suggest that you do this day. It's not too late as long as you got breath in your body. Somebody has been shaken up, but you don't have to remain shaken up as a result of the news that you received. You don't have to be that one that is so disappointed, so despondent, because you realize that where you are right now in your life is not what you wanted, that you're not truly happy. Well, what is it going to take to make you happy? What is it that you're going to have to do to be okay, to be at peace? Because some people, they rather take out their anger, their frustration, their disappointment out on others because they don't like the life decisions that they made. I know, it's crazy as it sounds, right? They made these life decisions. You might be one of them. I made these life decisions and I'm taking them out on my wife. I made these life decisions and I'm taking it out on my kids. I'm the one that should have covered up, but I didn't. And now I'm in this situation. Yes. And you know what positive people, inspirational people do? They take lemons, right, and make lemonade. It's not going to always be the way it is today. You're not going to always go through like you've been going through. The storm will pass. Some of you, if you look at all of the other situations you've been in, right? You ended up being victorious. You ended up getting past that situation. Whether you work at a job where people scream at you, get upset, but then there's a calm, right? Afterward. And everything's okay and all right. And then there's a new situation and then you get over that. And then there's another challenging one and you get over that. But you keep pushing yourself toward whatever it is that you have finally realized is good for you. You keep seeking out new goals, if you will. If the old ones aren't working or you haven't met them or they seemed illogical or unreasonable, then create new goals for yourself. Forget what the critics say. Forget what the haters say. Forget what the people who you call stupid, dumb, and they don't know a doggone thing about anything. Forget what they say. At the end of the day, you know you, and you know that this unexpected turn in your life is once again something else that you can learn from. Well, be inspired this day. Know that God is with you every step of the way. Take the time out to pray, read your word, get around like-minded people who are positive, who are, the type who are encouraging, inspirational. Get out the old tools, right, that some of you all put away. Pull them out, those things that inspired you once. Not the negative stuff, not the stuff that's immoral or unrighteous, the stuff that even God himself would frown on, but the type of things that will keep you motivated, right? Because just because life threw you this curveball doesn't mean that you got to go after it. That happens in baseball, but your life is not a game. Okay? It is blood bought. May the Lord be with you. Please do check the description box for anything that might be of interest. You've been listening to YouTube NM Enterprise 7. Feel free to subscribe for the latest audio messages. Also, do check the description box for anything that might be of interest, and blessings to you.